I have chosen you, lead my people.
The Cjcsk Church is one of the biggest African independent churches, with approximately 22 million believers worldwide, currently being led by the chief spiritual leader, His Divinity Simon Kimbangu Kyangani. The church was founded by Simon Kimbangu on April 6, 1921 in Nkamba, Western Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It is believed that Simon Kimbangu, after so many hesitations and doubts about the calling by Jesus Christ, he finally accepted the mission with the help of his wife, Mwilukyawanga Nzitani, who rang the first bell. During the time, Simon Kimbangu performed miracles which included healing people with various illnesses. Among his prominent miracles was the healing of Mama Kyantondo and the resurrection of Mama Dina, just to mention a few. After word spread around about Simon Kimbangu's miracles, people started flocking to Nkamba. He had a lot of work and he got support from his wife and his disciples, among them Mikara Mandombe, Ndangimpiere, John Mayanga, and Monga Therese, just to mention a few. Simon Kimbangu's work faced a lot of challenges from the Belgian colonial government. For example, on 6 June 1921, they came to arrest him in Nkamba. He fled Nkamba and went to Mbanza Sanda. However, he came back to Nkamba on 11 September 1921 and was finally arrested. On 12 September 1921 and taken to Mbaza Ngungu, where on 3rd October 1921 was sentenced to death, a sentence that was later reduced to life imprisonment. He was sent to Elizabethville, currently Lubumbashi. At the time, most of Simon Kimbangu's followers were arrested and they were sent in relegation, some in lower and others in different prisons. It is difficult to define faith, as it says, the unseen. Wherever his followers were taken, they never gave up their faith. They continued to practice Kimbangisme. In this way, the church became strong and started expanding. After 30 years of imprisonment, Simon Kimbangu in 1951 died in Kasombo prison, Elizabethville, currently Lubumbashi. His wife Mwilukyawanga Nzitani Marie took over the mission and made the church strong. His 3 children, Kisolokele Lukelo Charles Daniel, Dialungana Kyanga and Solomon, Diangenda Kuntima Joseph, also worked hard to make the mission of the church stand, despite the many challenges they faced. Diangenda Kuntima Joseph was chosen to take over the church after the mother's death in 1959. Some of Jangenda's early works included bringing back the followers who went in relegation in 1959. In March 1960, he also brought back Simo Kimbangu's remains from Lubumbashi to Nkamba. Jangenda is considered the builder of the Kimbangist Church. He led the church from 1959 to 1992 when he died. Before his death, he made sure the church had spread to other parts of the world. Apart from the three Congos, Congo Angola, Congo Brazzaville, and Congo Democratic Republic of the Congo, Zambia was one of the earliest countries to welcome the mission and is the fourth country where the Executive College exists. Zambia is in the southern part of Africa and is neighbors with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It got its independence in 1964, with its first president being Kenneth Kaunda, who had an opportunity to meet with Jangenda Kuntima, the chief spiritual leader at the time. The church in Zambia was brought by Reverend Edward Musalu Kangonga. He was born in Zambezi, Northwestern Province. He was a nurse by profession. He was also involved in diamond business, which made him travel to Congo. He did his business with his cousin, Mr. Sazango, who he accused of not being honest with him. He followed him to Congo in Katanga region, Kolwezi. He then found out about the Kimbangisme Church. From business to faith, he brought the word of Simon Kimbangu to his family in Zambia. He came to Kitwe to look for his brother, Reverend Fundulu. He met his brother-in-law, Reverend Sindano, who showed him where his brother was, in Kalulushi. He found his sister-in-law, Mama Fundulu, sick, and he prayed for her, and she got better. This act convinced his family to join the faith. He started the church with his family in Kitwe, in Vulangililo. The word started spreading, and other tribes started joining the church. It is important to mention here that the Copperbelt province was the base at the time, and the church expanded to different districts, including Chimwemwe, Vulangililo, Mindolo, Ndola, Kalulushi, Chingola, Mufrila, Chambishi, and Chirilabombwe. It is also important to say that several activities took place in order to spearhead the mission. For example, there were different gatherings in different places. In Lusaka, we see that there was several gatherings in 1973 and also in 1974. The church has also received different visitors from the international headquarters who have come to try and strengthen the mission. Different personalities have visited Zambia. Among the special people that have visited Zambia is Mama Nkaku, who was the first woman president appointed by Jangenda Kuntima, the then chief spiritual leader of the church. She visited Zambia in 1974 in Kitwe. Other special visitors include Papa Wanzungasa Marcel and also Reverend Nkimu. Also, the church also spread to all provinces, including Lusaka, the capital. He led the church for 40 years, from 1967 to 2008, when Reverend Chingangu took over the church as national leader. He later died in 2011. After that, Reverend Brighton Cjcsk, as secretary, remained in acting for 7 years. In 2018, Reverend Bernard Uzangi was installed as national leader, and he continued to develop the church in different areas. He has spearheaded mainly the construction.
In Zambia, Kenya, Dongwila, Kwame Mundo, Mbezi, Ivuvulanga, Fukuye Mwini, Domunza Mambi, Kina Wafwana, Koufwanisa, Pasia Sunenza, Ruzina Lalundo, Mbele, Mumwela Me, In Zambia, Kenya, Dongwila, Kwame Mundo,
Kamba, after Jangenda Kuntima's death, his brother Jalungana Kyangani took over the church until 2001 when he died. After his death, his son, Simon Kimbangu Kyangani, took over the church as chief spiritual leader to date.